How are you doing, guys? We have some old people and new people in here in the live stream. So why don't we start saying hello to everybody? And we'll start with Matt. You guys don't see him, but we see him. You'll hear him. Matt, go ahead.
How's it going, everybody?
Good. KBRC 13, how are you doing?
Hello. Uh, Fair. Not really, but it's okay.
Redneck is in the chat. John Merton just showed up in the chat also, and he's with us. Hey, John, how you doing?
Too bad. How you doing?
Good, good. And we have Brad Kalman with us tonight.
Yeah, still got some localized pain from my surgery.
That's what I was going to ask. How are you feeling after your surgery next week? You weren't with us.
I still have some localized pain, and then I found out I need to have some water drained from surgery from my body. So that'll happen on the 26th.
As long as they're finding it and they're going to treat you, that's good. And Jem's hobby, working on his RC four-wheel drive.
How's it going? Finally got parts.
We have Radioactive Scale RC in there. And the redneck is saying, wait. Okay. Big news from Traxxas. Everybody was surprised, saying Traxxas always comes out with the same re-release, always new bodies, always new things, and then they just came out with this. No warning, no nothing. People thought it was leaked,
Yes.
but it wasn't really leaked.
No,
They just released it just like that, pow, without any warning,
give him the stick.
without any. A lot of people on YouTube started talking about it, showing the website, showing everything about it. We'll look at it tonight, uh, and also what we talked about is the oval truck, the truck that goes in circle, which John Martin has from Losi. So we'll be having a closer look at that one also. Uh, he, Redneck says he's got some new glasses, so now we're much older than he thought. Here,
Or does that
there we
make
go.
you?
How do I look? Do I look older? Wait, maybe I should have combed my hair. Um, I hope I am in HD or 1080p. That's or 720. I think I'm in 720 right now. I'm not sure which resolution you're getting me at, but and there's John Martin. John, look up at the camera. There he is. You can see what he looks like.
We're going to spotlight the car.
And then here's what Brad Kalman looks like. He's getting old also. His hair is getting old, is white.
And Keith just is old.
And we have Jem's hobby, Josh.
Who's the youngest? I think. Oh no, I think he might be older than John. I could be.
I'm not sure. And then we have Duckman.
What? Yep, I'm here now.
Yeah, with KVRC 13. So
Yeah, I'm over here.
there, we've done all the round table in full screen. Like that, you can really see how old we really are.
Yeah, we're all middle-aged guys. that's a given.
Hey, Tank.
Yes.
If we had time, did you see what I put in the WhatsApp with the most expensive RCs?
No.
Oh, okay.
I
Maybe we
did
can
see
do
the
that next
post, but I
week.
did not look at it.
All right, maybe we can do that next week because they have some that's like
Yeah, but
real
it's a
crazy.
YouTube video. I'm not going to start showing YouTube video. I get
No, I was
do
just
that.
wanted to talk about it. I just
Oh,
wanted to talk about it. So maybe you can look at it and then we can talk about it next week.
okay.
I sent you something.
Oh, hold on. Let me do something real quick. I know you did send me something, Brad. I'll
Just
look
one
at it
thing that I'm aware of.
My phone.
Pablo. Yeah, Dirk.
Pablo and Dirk. Hey, Pablo.
Eric is here.
Oh.
Brad did talk about the weather before we got on, so hopefully he won't talk about the weather again, which is a good thing.
Yeah, well, we're in
Oh,
a topsy-turvy situation right now, all of the
Yeah, that's sorry I brought up the subject, Brad, but you don't have to jump into it and talk about it.
I think KB found a good road for the speed challenge. It's
Oh, he
brand
did?
new. Yeah.
Okay.
It's brand new. It's closed, so hopefully you can do it on the weekend.
with his bandit. Hopefully he can get enough long distance.
Hopefully he can.
I changed he changed the receiver the other day, Brad.
Okay, so it's working better.
Mm-hmm. Put a Dumbo in there.
Dumbo RC,
Oh.
so it goes farther now?
Yep.
A lot farther. Should go almost a quarter of
Cool.
a mile. Easy.
So let's start talking about something. I did put on my Facebook Facebook post page, the Tank RC, that John Kennedy, a local guy here, he does local racing and he does other racing.
He's been here
pro.
before.
He did get back with J Concept Racing as a team driver. So congratulations. 110 Hobby started posting some stuff, and because of the exchange, we're going to be looking at $1,900 for this puppy.
It's got a longer wheelbase than any of their cars. Did you know that?
Oh, it's crazy, especially when you look at it from the wheelbase of the
Does
Max.
that have two antennas on it, Tank?
Yeah,
Yes,
they
two
glow.
antenna, and they actually light on.
Oh, cool.
On.
And they have
So
green, Keith. They have green.
I love antennas.
Yeah, but they have green ones too.
Oh,
They have
They're
green
great
basically
antennas.
the stand rail whips. That they got.
Right, right.
we'll talk about that car in just a little bit. Cat, the manufacturers of big
Caterpillar.
bulldozers, came out with this thing, and it is RC. So basically, it's a power loader.
And people can be in it like it reminds you of aliens.
That is correct.
Oh,
You see the
Sigourney
guy
Weaver.
here. So we've seen this in movies before and things like that, but they've actually made a real one. So the guy sits in it, and you got arms, and you can actually use it. But right now, he's actually controlling it remotely with the remote control. So this comes off.
It's on a skid steer.
Yeah. So this is cool. And it would be cool to actually use the skid steer that we've downloaded and actually do this with it. It would be cool if somebody actually did this.
Oh yeah, that 3D printed one.
Yeah, you'd have to have a lot of servos.
Yeah, well, you got the base. It's just getting the top done. That's all.
And the arms, you got to have arms for the claws. You got to have servos for that.
Yes, Brad, everything. I'm sure somebody's going to come out with one. But I'm not going to show the whole video. I showed a couple things. But it's cool that now what we've seen in movies actually exists now, which is cool. Brad sent me this link from Hosem. I have no idea where they're from. But prices are very good. The only thing I'm worried about is
yeah. Parts.
Yes,
parts. When something breaks.
They a lot of people. I mean, I've seen a lot of channels that have done a lot of reviews on a lot of their cars, and I think they can easily get their parts better than you think. And they're fast. They're small and fast. They do have a 1/10. They have a couple of 1/10
That's a weird
scale
front end, though.
See, there's a 1/10 one now.
Okay, my printer was acting up, forgetting some stuff. Anyways, so
look, I got a 1/8 scale one too.
So tell me a little bit about this, Brad. RC Cars and Truck, they have 10 scale. Some new ones here flashing, 8 scale.
They also have 16 scale, 14 scale, 18 scale.
Yeah.
They got
the
pretty
same
much
vehicle?
all the different vehicles with different scales.
Okay.
They're very fast. All the models they ever make are very fast. Doesn't matter what scale they are. They're all fast.
Well, look at this one because of the color.
There you go, Keith. You like that? It's
Ooh,
Venom.
yeah, that's nice looking. Yeah, that's nice. It's awful high up in the air though.
Well, it's a truggy.
It
Yeah.
is a 1/8, so it's tall and it's a big truck. But a 1/8 for $400, that's pretty good.
Mhm.
Looks a little underpowered to me. Well,
Might be.
Got some nice parts to it. You see the metal
What is
part.
it, a
I
3S?
see,
So-
I see the 85 amp ESC.
Uh,
Yeah, 85 amp
Let's
brushless ESC. It's got a 3650 brushless motor. It
it's a
does run on
26.
3S. See, this is basically low, yes. You have an 8th scale running on 3S. It is underpowered, but you got to realize that for the price,
Oh yeah, oh
change
yeah.
Yeah.
electronics anyways. But one thing I would be very scared of is when you start putting more power to a truck that was designed for 3S.
Yeah.
That said, it does have a metal, but what kind of aluminum is it? I don't know.
80 kilometers an hour. So it does about 50.
Yeah. Uh, the only thing is parts and parts availability. They probably sell parts. It's got a sender diff, which is nice for that. It is cool, Brad, but I myself I wouldn't because I'd be hunting down for parts. Like what
Yeah,
parts
that's a
do you
big
keep or
deal.
what parts do you get? Let's have a look at the cheaper model, see what they come out with. So 16 scale. What are
But
you
you know
looking?
something's gonna break, and then it's like,
Oh,
I have to wait 6 months to get my part.
it's not if something's gonna break, it's
It's
when.
when, yeah.
The Vorten 1/8 RC car Vorten.
The other
20% off
thing
parts.
is with something like that, is there upgrade parts available for it to make it stronger?
Probably. I think they do.
Well,
Hey,
when I look at
probably.
it, it's all chrome steel diffs, so right off the bat, that's good. But what type of steel is it?
Yeah, pot
Right.
metal or
Monkey metal.
yeah. Could be monkey metal. It could be
They're
Duckman metal
talking about
steel.
There you go.
the,
Duckman metal.
It'll never break then.
see, this one
The,
again is an 85 amp ESC.
I find it interesting. The 8th scale is their newest scale because they got to the bigger scales later. Came out with the small scales once first, and then they went into these.
That's it. I'm making metal.
But the 8th scale just runs 3 cell,
Yeah.
not like 4 cell or 6 cell.
So Hosem.
I'm gonna make some metal, and no one will ever have to buy any parts again.
There you go. Duckman can get on that.
Cool, but no thanks.
Duckman metal.
Home Hobby is coming out or came out with a mortar. He did do a pre-release. You can actually sign up. I clicked on the mortar, I registered, clicked on this link, nothing popped up. So I don't know if I will be on the list or not for the next batch or for the batch to get this all-in-one Crawl Master. He calls it 2-in-1 brushless crawler system.
Which
So
I watched one of his videos yesterday,
Yep.
and he said that he was going to do a pre-sale, but he canceled that for anybody that was going to do like the pre-sale, early sale. He said it was just going to be pre-order only in his video.
You guys
It
think
must
that's a
be
reasonable price for the
brushless, huh?
system?
But he did do a pre-release on it.
yes.
It was live Tuesday at 5.
Was it
Yeah,
Tuesday?
and on the chat, in the
Or-
chat of his video on YouTube, he does mention he is doing a pre-release. He slept over it, and the next day he did set up the web page to do a pre-release
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Do you
sold
think-
out in 5 minutes.
Do you
for
think
about
that
5 minutes.
Oh,
Sold out
okay.
in 5 minutes?
Sold out.
Wow.
The pre-order
Phantom
sold out in
gas.
5 minutes.
Hey,
Wow.
Phantom's guest. Wait,
Nice.
do you think the prices are right? $154.
Yeah.
Think so.
That
That's
was
2,300. That
brushless?
one was a 2,300 brushless.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like he mentioned in his video, you got to be careful because a lot of people are going to use this for their crawler, and as soon as you put a servo that's going to be like a big servo, you're going to have to run an outside BEC because
Right.
his back in there is not that strong, which makes sense. But like he said, I could put a bigger one, but then the housing is going to be just a little bit bigger, just like a 550 can. And then the motor won't be 150, it's going to be more closer to 300. Are you willing to pay that price just to get the back in there? I don't think so. So, and he doesn't either. So I don't think he's going to come out with a
So
something.
going one scale higher in the size of can, it gets double the expenses.
And
Well-
he said it's limited on the BEC to 7.4.
7.4 at 5 amps. Hopefully
But-
mine gets
Guru.
here next month. I made
He
it.
said if you're
time
trying to
on
run 8.4, then you got to run an external
It-
BEC.
It's like
Yeah.
like the hobby wing. It's set up with a receiver and ESC on it or something like that.
Did you
Not a
get one,
receiver,
Josh?
ESC and motor. Yeah, I was able to get in on the order. I found
Awesome.
Were
where
you?
within 2 minutes early.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you ordered two, one for you, one for your son?
No, just one for me.
Ah,
Just one for you.
Cool. I'll try to be quicker next time to order one or whatever, but we'll see.
Yeah, I wonder
quick
It
how
was sold
draw,
out.
Jake.
I
It was
wonder how
sold out in
close
5 minutes.
I wonder how close or comparable it's going to be to the Pro E. SE.
That'll be
The,
interesting to
the
see if
Fusion
it's
Pro or the
comparable.
1800 SE? You mean the
Fusion
Fusion
Pro.
Pro?
The Fusion
Yeah.
Pro SE.
That's different. The SE is the 1800 and 1200. The Fusion Pro is just the Fusion Pro.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I'm saying. The SE, the Pro SE, or the Pro. You know what I
The
mean?
Pro.
So it's equivalent to a hobby wing, isn't it?
I think it's going to be a little smoother, just knowing like I got his 1800 and I put it in my VRD carbon swap into the Lone Ranger with the high volt ESC, which I think is the same motor and electronics that's going to be in this one. And it is so smooth. Like it is super smooth.
It's like
And that's the
butter.
1800.
Mhm.
What is it, Brad? The question you ask about hobby grade? What is it?
No, it said hobby wing. Is it
Hobby
equivalent to the
wing.
hobby
Oh,
wing
like
one?
the hobby wing.
That's
Yes.
what John was just asking too. I
Yeah,
think it's
that's
going to
what
be
John
close.
was just asking. I think it's going to be better.
I think so too.
That means hobby wing's got to go to the drawing board and make a better one again.
Now, I'm not
Okay.
real familiar with Holmes ESCs. Does he run AM32 or does he
Yes.
run
AM32.
something else?
AM32.
AM32.
Butter on a warm bun. That's how smooth it is.
It's just that the quality of handcrafting that Holmes Hobby puts in his motor and the wines is way above Hobby Wing. Hobby Wing is mass produced compared to his or not. So his quality is going to be better.
And it can and the amateur can move a millimeter at a time, right?
That I don't
Let's see
know,
why not.
but his,
That would make it the smoothest thing ever.
but you got to realize that because quality is better,
You
you're
don't
going
wanna know.
to paying a little bit more than you would with a Hobby Wing.
Just like a 1-to-1 car, handmade.
I'm gonna mute this.
Shot of whiskey. Smooth.
Yeah. So that should be kind of cool. There's a lot of specs here. You guys just go on the website and you can actually read up on this.
Also, that'll take for us. Okay.
Yeah. Estimated mid-April, I guess, for the next batch that he's going to do.
How
He
much is he
did
gonna make
mention
each
on
month?
his what?
How many of he's gonna make each month?
Well, he didn't
Doesn't
say
know.
it. He said he's going to make a bunch now, and while they sell, he's going to make much more, and then he's going to sell those. But then by the time he catches up, maybe he's going to end up having some stock. But for now, people are just going to jump on it real quick. So it's going to be hard to get stock. But how many he's making?
That's what she said.
Send
She
him an
put it
email and
real
ask
quick.
him. I don't know.
I'm sure he has in his mind how many he wants to make per month.
Well, he can only make so much.
Not only that, but he's got 9 other
In his
lines of
mind.
motors too.
Oh,
You know that he's
look
doing
at the
too.
antennas.
The
Keith will like the one in green with the green whip antenna.
It's blue and red.
Oh,
It's
what is
either
that?
blue or red, not green.
I thought
And
there
the
was a.
Traxxas too.
I swear I saw a green one.
Well, maybe we'll see near the end. But they did
That
do
is a
nice pictures.
Traxxas, Ducksman.
Pardon me?
Oh, Duckman said that. I thought that was a Traxxas.
It
It
is.
is Traxxas.
It is
It's
a Traxxas.
Funco.
It's $1,900, huh?
No,
Canadian.
Canadian,
So it's still
1,300
over 1,000 US.
13
Right
1,300.
here, 12,
Mm,
12.99.95.
And it has real front disc brakes too.
Plus shipping.
oh, look at that.
It has real front disc brakes too. Isn't
Yep.
that interesting?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's a 4-door too.
Yeah, it's a
So it
4-seater.
works in tandem of the rear braking for powerful and control four-wheel stopping power.
They said
What's up, Eric?
they said it's on a modified XRT chassis, something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty close. It's got a lot of the parts of the Max and the XRT.
Mm,
And just take a look at that transmission right there, just for a 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, it's like almost direct drive. They said.
oh, it's 2-wheel.
Well,
Yeah.
not really direct
two-wheel.
because see, you got the pinion,
Yeah.
you got the spur going to a middle gear. So then here you have the 3 gear. So it's actually more well,
It's
Yeah.
capable of doing 62 miles an hour, actually, believe it or not, with the gears they give you. I mean, they give you the speed gears in the kit.
It's too expensive for 2-wheel though.
It's got that
Well,
nice looking
Well, that's a
engine
lot
in the
of power
back too.
for.
that's a lot of
For that.
power there.
I'm saying
8S on this
that's a
motor.
basically
8S.
Oh, it's 8S. Ooh,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically an
Yes, it's
X-Max. It's basically a 2-wheel drive
X-Max just-
X-Max.
Two,
With
yeah,
a nice looking
two-wheel drive
motor
X-Max.
engine in the rear.
Two-wheel drive XRT.
Jason's going to get one, right, Jason?
Or Keith, not Keith, Kurt.
Not me.
Not me.
So-
You're not going to get one of these?
No.
Who's going to get one of those
Can't
that we
afford one of
know?
those.
I would say I can't afford one of them.
It
things either.
really looks
I
like
mean,
it's only.
I spend that much money on a car, but not all at once.
It looks like it's
a
only
used, a
sand
used
too.
car that you're going to put
Right.
around in.
No, a crawler.
Yeah.
Oh,
For a
crawler.
couple week period though.
You know, but yeah, that's in months and
It's-
months.
It's
Yeah,
do like the
decently
there you go.
detailed. It's decently detailed, this vehicle.
They
Yeah,
put a
the
lot of
seats are
details
cool
in
and
there, which
everything.
is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, then you got to have two 4S batteries running together. So you got to have two
Oh, it
4S
does.
batteries.
Oh,
There's
there's
the
a
green
green
one.
one.
You see that, Keith? Keith likes the
Yep.
green one. Keith likes the green one.
There you go. Keith is going to have to sell his firstborn.
Keith, do you like green?
Duckman's firstborn. Yeah.
I didn't know Keith liked green.
I hear there's a
No.
ton of torque in this vehicle. Ton of torque.
Yeah, I'm sure you got the Relarlo there, Sarge.
But it seems like you can only go on the sand with it though, unless you change the tires and stuff,
Yeah, you can
right?
change the tires on. I think it's 17 mil or 14 mil. I forgot what mil they are. What is this, a 6 scale? I think, right?
Like just
What?
purposely built
They
for the
don't call it a
sand.
scale, but yeah, it's probably close to that.
I see this
A
breaking the
vintage.
first. This braking system's going to break the first thing, I think.
Oh yeah, it's got a servo. Yeah, you're
Like I
right,
said,
Tank.
that
That's
servo,
gonna break.
is going to be probably the weak point.
Yep.
You'll get so people will probably be putting rift ones in the front
Probably
to
micro 99s in there.
Especially if it's in the sand, it's all gonna get all sandy in there and
they're going to have to use a reef servo to stop it.
The Traxxas servo is going to blow right away. They always do. But it's
yep.
a good thing that this is on a spring, so it's kind of acts like a servo saver at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess time is going to tell. But it's
And it has real steel discs.
very good idea.
Ow.
It'd be
Yeah.
interesting to see how that holds up to the elements, for sure.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that went on my drifter was a servo. Bing.
I mean, it's a cool looking car. It's something nobody's released yet.
Oh,
Then that
welcome in,
size,
Kurt.
but it's a little expensive.
Yeah, you can get some on-road or off-road tires for it to fit in the rear.
The antennas look cool. I love antennas.
But is it going to be faster than the Glamisphere?
Yes.
It's definitely going to be bigger.
Yeah, it is going to be bigger.
I'd
And
like to just get them antennas and see if put them
did
on
they
some.
say what scale it was going to be class? Is it going to be 5th scale or 8th scale?
It's fifth. It's fifth. It's the same. If you go back to the top of the thing there, they have it sitting right next to an X Max.
I know that, but the X-Max in theory is based on a real car or a car, but this is like a two-seater. So the X-Max
It's a
in
four. It's a
theory,
four-seater. Four-seater.
yeah, this is a four-seater. So
Oh, they say they're sending out information how to adjust the brake pads so the sand doesn't bother the discs like it has been in the pre-production
bullshit.
stuff.
The sand doesn't bother the disc. There's the sand is gonna go where the disc. I don't think there's a lot of things you can do to stop the sand
that
from
was
going
a-
anywhere.
that was a real one.
Yeah, I know this was a real one beside it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a real one beside it. Yeah, I know. I had KB had a dune buggy, and it's like they are long. The four-seaters.
It's cab
So,
forward design.
I wonder if Jason's going to get one.
Yes, it is. It's cab forward.
He just said he bought a crawler or something or a trail truck.
There is Keith Green. There you go.
Kind of looks futuristic.
I like the green one. Stands out
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
like
It does
James
stand out.
Bond would drive.
I would get the red one.
Blah.
If I
It
had the
even
money.
got a fake motor in the back.
Which is realistic. I
Yeah.
think it's based after a Chevy engine, right? Josh, an LS engine.
It's not based after me.
Both of the
No, it's
batteries
the
go on
engine. The
either
engine
side,
looks like an
right?
LS, right?
Yes, I believe it's based off of a LS. It's based off of a whole car called the Funko.
Yeah, I know.
How does that work? Tank, both of the batteries go on one on either side,
side.
and then
Yeah.
there's two plugs?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two plugs to go into the ES. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got two batteries, two 4S's.
The chrome plated parts will get scraped to pieces, and the chrome's going to come off. They showed it.
I mean, can it run on 1.4S?
Yes.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
I don't think it can.
Yeah, it can.
It can?
It can? Okay.
Why wouldn't it? Everything else runs on 4. If we do 4, 6, 8, ain't gonna go very fast, but
Yeah, it'll go
Yeah.
slower.
Yeah. That's true.
It either has to run one of the
Hey.
looping plugs or two 2S batteries.
yeah.
Yeah, like that it looks mean.
Yeah, they
Well,
do glow in the dark.
Yeah,
And
it's got the
light up.
longest wheelbase of any of their vehicles.
See, because when you look at this truck, this is the size of a pickup truck, and in real life, this is a long cab truck.
Yeah.
Now, these are longer in real life, probably, I don't know if it's longer than this in real life.
Yeah, I don't know. I bet you the sandrail's longer.
Yeah, it
It
probably
is.
is.
It shows the wheelbase is longer.
No,
the
not
Oh,
in the
in
front end-
real
picture.
life, Brad, real life.
real life, yeah, the sandrail's really long in real life.
They are very long.
Yes. They need that front weight up front,
It's too bad
That's what I'm
Josh won't
thinking. If
get one
this is
because
so
it'd
it
be
doesn't
great
so it
in
doesn't start
Michigan.
doing wheelies.
if
Yep.
this eight scale, then this is closer to fifth scale.
No, the X Max is 5th scale.
I
Yeah.
was thinking about getting one
Oh,
until I
X
saw the
Max is
price.
fifth scale?
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
thinking of getting one, Josh?
Until I saw the price.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you would
Right,
have
that's the
liked it
biggest
a
thing is
lot,
the
Josh,
price.
since you go to the dunes all the time.
Oh, I love that thing. It's awesome, but it's $1,300.
Expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We had
That's
the
why-
same discussion. We had the same
That's why I
discussion
don't
today
have
at
an
the
X
hobby.
Max.
We had the same discussion at the hobby
Right.
shop. It's like, how many of these are we going to even know? We don't even think our market would even support this.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather get Sarge's that Notorious. If I'm gonna drop that kind of money, I'd rather have that new Notorious like Sarge has.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Yeah.
even be that. It'd be half the price too.
Right.
And it's what, $700?
Yeah,
And it's an 8S capable truck. No, it's 6S, isn't it?
6S,
6S.
but still, it'll probably be just as
Yeah.
fast as this thing.
Let me ask you a question. Is that
No,
parallel or what we were
Series.
talking about? The batteries
is
or
the
series.
vintage
no,
says
it's
Series.
series.
series?
the
See,
vintage says
the red comes here, and then the black comes into the black and then goes out to the black. So this is series.
Okay.
vintage says he hopes they'll make an aftermarket aluminum suspension arms for it.
And
Well,
since
there's
this
probably going to be.
Someone's gonna make parts for it.
If
and
Traxxas
hopefully
didn't
it
already
comes-
have parts for it.
and hopefully
Sure
it comes
they
with that
do.
plug that you put here so you can run with one battery.
So you can
If
do
you
a
run with
6S or
one
something.
battery, you need that jumper that's here that jumps these two together,
Yes.
or else you can actually make one.
Yeah, they say those
Those are bigger
the
than the X Max.
CVDs
Wow.
the CVDs
Yep.
are very stout.
Well,
No,
just
bigger.
think, you're throwing 8S at
Yeah,
two
two-wheel
tires,
drive.
not four.
Insane.
You know,
Yeah, that's the
it's,
other thing.
it's
Insane.
got to be beefier.
The
No.
push drive,
What's that?
No,
they got rid of the push drive
Yeah, they got
because
rid of
there
the
was
push
that
drive. Yeah,
that
look at how big the
softening
cups
drive.
are. Look how big the cup is.
Brad,
compared to the
shut
X-Men.
up, Jesus, bro.
Well, wasn't Cush Drive from Arma?
No,
No.
it's Traxxas.
Traxxas.
Nah.
It's in the X Max and Max.
It's in pretty much all the big
I
ones.
think the Revo.
Yeah, but keep in
E-Revo.
mind this is not the same transmission. This is only two-wheel drive and not 4x4. You don't have a center diff.
But you see right there,
Yeah.
that what you're pointing at right there, that's right where the motor is going to be going in. That very well could be a Cush drive.
They said it's not.
Just by the looks of it. It said it could very well be subbed out, you know. It could be a future upgrade.
We can look to see if we can't find the manual for it and actually.
I do have some of the specs for it.
Okay.
The
Say,
Thing must be
RC
hard
Driver
to
said it was
drive with
eliminated.
two-wheel
I don't
drive.
know enough about it to know. You
Yeah.
guys have had these a lot more than me.
I have no.
But this
No
is
clue.
That's all
interesting.
new.
Yeah.
The
I'm
Must
just
be
adjustment.
hard to
saying,
drive.
recognizing a push drive by
Cush Drive looks just like a diff, so
Yeah.
Does it?
yeah.
I just sent them to you, the WhatsApp there, Tank.
Okay, thanks.
That's what that is. Cush drive.
It's its situation. It looks like it has much bigger, beefier gears than even an X-Men.
We'll be fine. Stop.
That's a diff in the rear.
Ooh,
Stop.
that must hurt.
Max,
That is duck.
But
Hey, innovations.
You got the
Hey,
seat.
how are you?
Hey,
Is
what
that
do
a
you,
Oh, look
duck
at
or
the
a
antennas. They
dinosaur?
break off.
It's yeah, you name it. It's that. It's Duckman.
Yeah.
Quack. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Mhm.
I just
Very
Very
realized that, and then
cool.
as soon as I heard like a sound come up, I just see like this duck dinosaur looking at me. I'm like, the heck was that?
it's
Yeah,
Keith's alter
scientists,
ego.
man.
It's Keith's alter ego.
Oh, yeah, right. It's pretty funny.
Keith's
I
my
hope
alter
everyone's doing
ego.
well.
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, what do you think of this innovations? This new Traxxas?
Which, oh, that's the sand thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Sanrail.
Sanrail.
I'll actually say, honestly, I think it's really cool. It's different, it's cool. I mean, and I would say Traxxas isn't just like copy and pasting a whole nother, let's say Traxxas two-wheel
Yeah.
drive or 4x4. This is like cool. This is completely different. This is cool. And I love that the brakes are real. It's like a real brake clamp or caliper or whatever,
metal disc
it's
brakes.
Almost,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
almost,
yeah.
it's almost a similar setup to what's on the Promoto.
That
Is
It's
this
just,
sand's just
new
gonna
this clip
tear
I
that
that
mean,
stuff
actually
up, though.
holds? Is
Does
this
yeah,
a new
Promoto have
clip?
vented
in
disc brake?
principle.
What was that,
Everybody's
Tank?
talking at the same time here. Is this new the clip that they have to hold the hex?
No, that's not new. That's made to hold on the wheel hub on any larger,
Okay,
just like the X Max or XRT. That little
Yeah.
C clip is there, which
cool.
all right.
Helps out a lot.
But that's cool. I love the brake mechanism, which is really going to help out because it's rear wheel drive. Once you start
Yeah.
hitting the brakes and the rear end, let's just say the rear end completely locks, you're still going forward. I know with my Rustler two-wheel drive, there's no such things as brakes on that thing.
And
You
it's
just gotta
vented.
usually slow a little.
Yeah, it's usually the back end coming over the front end is your brake.
But
Yeah,
it's what's nice is that they're vented disc brakes.
they're high performance.
Yeah.
Are they ceramic?
No,
Like
they're
Porsche?
metal. They're full metal.
No, I
Uh,
know.
I don't think this is ceramic here on each side. They're
Probably
No,
got
just
it's not
asbestos
gonna be
in it.
ceramic.
It's got asbestos.
yeah. So the servo is going to be in here. It's going to pull this, and
So is that like a push pull,
It's a
or
spring loaded,
it
yeah,
just,
push, yeah.
I think it's supposed to
or
also
does it
help
just
with
go up at once and it makes both sides break at the same
that is
time?
correct. And if you have more pressure on one wheel, then this actually the ball is gonna go either way. So this is like a balancer at the same time
Ah, so it's like a sway bar, but for the brakes.
for the
That's
brakes. Yeah,
I
so it's
get that. I
probably a
mean, that's
silver
cool.
saver.
That
Is there a
sand's gonna
service
get
saver?
everywhere.
and then you got your
Sergeant J
adjustment.
said they
That's
call
what she
it
said.
the Super Drive Assembly something.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's a sand. The only thing I'd be worried about is getting sand and all this extra stuff in it.
That's right.
And then you
Everywhere.
gotta, oh my, and then you gotta take it. I'm gonna say they're not gonna make it easy to take apart.
You're cleaning a lot
Um,
of stuff when you're done playing with it.
You
Listen,
got it.
I had to replace a center drive shaft in a UDR once. Ever since after that, I've declined every single
Oh
every
yeah,
single time after that, and that should be something easy. But I mean,
Uh,
if if you take care of it and just blow it out with some air, it should be fine. I mean, they're not going to
Like I
make
said,
like
it looks like
fan
that
cars.
area is, it looks like that area is open on the top side there.
Yeah,
So
it
it
is.
might be
exactly.
fairly easy to get an air hose in there to blow it out.
I
Yeah.
also
Oh,
heard they're.
is that
I also heard
belted
they,
tire?
Yeah, it's belted
Yeah, the
tires.
tires are belted.
Son of
It's
a
Wow.
8S. It's
son
8S
of a
on two-wheel
gun.
drive.
I
Son of
also
a
hear
gun.
that they can adjust the brake pads so they allow more sand to get through it, so it doesn't block up the system.
See,
Hmm.
Okay.
you could grind these paddles off and run them on the street.
Oh, right.
Yeah, good.
Use them as street tires.
I wonder what their belt is made out of.
Don't know. They don't say.
Or
No.
you could take a tire river and cut them paddles a little bit.
Are those metal
more aggressive.
A-arms or are they just
No, they're
chrome?
just chrome. They're plastic but chromed.
Blasphemy. If
Chrome
you hit a
plastic.
rock or something, it's gonna chip
No,
off.
come on. You got to keep the price down. What do you want for 1,500 or 1,300 bucks?
1,500?
You gotta keep it
1,300.
Are you
down.
serious?
$1,300.
Yeah.
$1,300.
1,300.
Jesus H Christ.
Right?
I could.
See right here,
Mm.
1,295, 1,299.95.
And that's
Okay,
not Canada.
after tax, and then let's just say you don't have the batteries and a charger,
Shipping.
you're probably going to be spending around $2,000.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plus,
Hey,
then you're
Sergeant.
shipping.
Hey,
Oh
Jason,
my God!
we
And then
could,
you're going to need AA batteries for the remote. God darn it!
That's the killer.
That's going to put me over.
That's gonna put you over.
You know, that's the
Jason.
first thing Traxxas says. You got AA batteries, your remote has to run on AA batteries.
Listen, for $1,400, they better ship those things out to me. I'm going to be.
hey, Jason, I think Southern Colorado would have places for you to run it.
Oh, and those things light up. The little.
Yeah.
$1,300
Yes.
is
The
There's
whips.
a light here on
yeah.
top, little tiny light on top of the roof, and they light
That's
up.
cool. I mean, there is a lot of R&D that went into this, so I'm not justifying the 13 stupid $100 price tag, but
You look at the
I
dash.
could see why it's kind of should be around that area. You know, I would say 1,000, maybe
Right.
1,100 tops, but not 1,300.
They
Yeah,
they
it's
have
not
lights here
four-wheel
also.
drive.
Haven't seen
Yeah, it's
these lights
two-wheel
on.
drive.
Yeah, correct. You know, and I think this is, you know, it's cool. It really is cool, and you know, but 1,300, I could
Yeah, you
literally
see
do
here,
what
whatever
I
else
think
I
is
want in the hobby world with that money. Probably
everything
toys.
is open here for the sand to get in there. Where this thing
yes.
is.
Oh yeah, it's going to be full of sand every time you drive it. So, although
Like I said,
it's only your back wheel spinning, so
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
May not
that is
get
true.
everything,
yeah, it's not kicking
but you're
dirt
still
or
going to get
sand
sand
up in the
everywhere.
front.
But I mean, if you're playing in the sand, it's kind of inevitable. You're gonna get
It
sand
goes
everywhere.
everywhere.
You get sand
It's going to be
everywhere
in
when you're playing
every
the sand.
crack.
Every
Let's
crack,
build,
Kurt.
listen,
There
let's
you
build
go.
an overpriced sand car to where its only weakness is sand. That sounds great. Hashtag Traxxas.
Sounds like Traxxas.
Let's build a boat
Up against
where
those steel
it can't
bearings.
swim.
Uh,
Right.
it doesn't float.
32
Yeah,
inches
well-
Non-floatable
long.
boat.
Say 32
Oh.
inches long.
32
Yep.
inches long by almost 24 inch wide. 21 inch
It's
wide.
almost 3 feet. I mean, it is a big vehicle. So with the R&D into it, how big it is. And I do have to say the cool factor is there. And it's not cool just because it's big. Like there's a lot of tech in that that is
That's what she
kind of
said.
different, you know. So
Yeah, I like
1,300.
it. I like the way it's set up. I can't afford it, but it looks nice.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I think Traxxas released this, or is going to release this about the time it starts getting nice everywhere.
You can go to the beach with it.
Exactly.
That's all year round for Kurt.
Be
Well,
careful
true,
of those
but-
little kids running
Yeah, that's
after it.
true. Some of us
Run them
Now you
over.
got salt
get it
water.
year round,
Them
some of
over.
us don't.
I mean, the blue one looks sexy. I'm not one to eyeball Traxxas stuff,
Sexy.
but this is just a different flavor that's pretty cool. And you know, I think they're all cool.
Something new.
Oh
Red,
yeah,
green,
exactly.
blue, and
Finally,
orange.
something new from them from the ground up.
Yeah.
Correct. Exactly. It's like a
Where
Baja,
you-
but with new tech, basically.
I heard
Where you located, Innovation?
So when I was on last, I was in PGA. It's so like South Florida. Now I'm in Tallahassee. And so northern Florida, basically. I think it's like half an hour to Georgia. But I just moved. Just literally just moved. And I finally got set up in the room here and whatnot. So last time I was on the bed
And
at
you
my
just
dad's place.
You're doing some
That's
speed run
just-
right now with a car that you called what exactly? Just so people know.
Or what did I do?
No.
The water
It's late. I'm sorry. Hydro. Oh yeah.
hydro.
I'm sorry. It's just been a long day, and
That's okay.
yeah.
Are you finished moving?
Yeah. I did finish moving. Everything is completely done. And my biggest upgrade, hang on, how do I turn this camera around? Oh, here we go. Okay. My biggest upgrade, I was just sitting right here, but I finally have my own little room. So over here, can I put I can't do my flash. That's fine. But I have like all my tools. I have all this stuff over here. I
A
just
little
bought
toolbox.
that. I have everything spaced out nice. I have customer cars. These are my cars. The liquid cooled car is right over here. There you go. The ISO
That's
turned up.
pretty badass.
That's cool.
Now,
And
the liquid cool system that you put in there, who makes it?
liquid, I mean, so the whole, like the radiator, the hoses, all that extra stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm going to tell you, it's just a bunch of eBay. I mean, at this point, they're discontinued because I want to make another. So I have to try to find
Yes,
the
I know.
parts, and it's not all from one brand. They're all just generic eBay cheap
Parts and
whatever
pieces
brands
matched
on Amazon.
together. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
just stuff
yeah.
you
It's
found
basically,
online and you're putting it together.
yeah. I mean, that's
Definitely.
basically what it is. But I had to do it right. So like the radiator, I had to very carefully drill holes on 1, 2, 3, 4 ends, and um I'll just show you. It's easier to just show you. I had to mount it to where it looked like, oh, where did you get this thing to just bolt right on? And no, nothing on this one bolts on. I had to drill holes. I had to make it work. And
Electric
It's all
liquid cool.
custom.
sure. Yeah. How can I do? Can I do a light on this?
Mm,
It'd be
Not
cool if
sure
you
if
could
you
actually
can.
use actual coolant from a one-to-one.
There you go. Kind of like that.
Hey, cut it out.
No. That's
just stand out of the light. Get your
Stand,
shadow out of
yeah,
there.
make sure you don't cast a
all right.
shadow,
I'll
but it should
stand
be
over
okay.
here.
That's
All right. So, oh God, I
good.
really wish I had a light.
You're good
But
right
light.
there.
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
All right. So this is a pump that also has a reservoir, obviously, and this is where you mainly fill up everything. So the pump actually pushes the fluid out over here to the radiator. If I can hold it up, you can see it's a fan. I think it's a 90 millimeter fan, 80, 90 millimeter fan. So it goes into the radiator, in, out, gets cool. Then that cool liquid goes straight to the ESC, in, out, goes up and around, goes to the motor, goes back out, comes out to this, I call it my secondary radiator technically. There's a heat sink on top, and there's also another, what's it called? It's a, oh my God.
Reservoir.
It's like a water block basically. And so the liquid goes through the middle block. And why is there a heat sink on top? There's actually a very skinny ceramic plate. It's a hot cold plate. So it gets super hot on the top and super cold to where it could actually freeze water on the bottom. And it can only do it if the heat's taken out of the top. Now, I could actually activate
That's
this plate, as I call it, super
intercooler.
freeze. I could activate it with my thumb, and I can make it like super duper cold, but I can't have it on all the time because it's going to overheat itself. But the principle of it was to turn it on whenever I needed, and it actually worked. And then from here, but like right before it goes back to the whole reservoir, hopefully this would cool the liquid before it re-enters the whole kit and caboodle right over there.
Okay.
Uh,
Did,
are you
did you
using
make
regular
the
water, or
water
are you using-
blue, or are you just using blue hose?
Well, actually, the liquid, it's blue. I'm gonna try to find a
I was
light.
gonna
It's
say,
gonna
what
be
kind of
so much
liquid
easier
actually
for you
is it?
guys to see
Yeah,
it.
is it actually
Coolant?
Crestone some
Blue
or
ice,
just water that
Gatorade,
you're using?
Gatorade, blue ice.
Radio. Yeah, it's Gatorade, blue Gatorade.
Gatorade, there you go.
Yeah. Blue Gatorade.
Blue Gatorade, there you go.
All right, so I have. Hang on.
Gatorade Zero.
There you go, 0.
You don't want no sugar in there.
There you
Max
go.
Paul says overheating because you're in inversion gearing.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't hear you.
Overheated because you're version gearing. That's what Max Paul says.
Because hang on.
Because you're virgin gearing? What's that?
Inversion.
Gearing?
Iversion. IVERSON.
Rather than being 2-to-1, it's less than 1-to-1. That's what he's talking about. Being over.
So hang on. No, so I actually have the liquid that I use in here. It's oh my God, I'm sorry, my brain is fried. It's this stuff. It's View. And you don't mix it with anything else. There you go. See it?
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
It runs on magic.
Ah,
So is that like actual
basically.
coolant for something? Or is
Yes,
that
so it
Probably
is
got glycol in
actually what I'll do. I'll get a little, or yes, that's all I need to power it on.
All about the
It
science.
runs. Where's my battery? There. The coolant actually conducts, or it's this a 30. Here we go.
Looks metallic. It's so cool.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to remember what the hell I said.
This isn't a gas-powered vehicle, Max. It's electric.
Boogie. Yeah. The liquid in here has like a higher thermal resistance to heat
okay.
than water does. So technically, if I were to have the same setup on average about, if I were to only use water, it would be about 3 to 5 degrees hotter just by, water takes in more heat, basically. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this around. If I can do that, there we go. God, it's like the camera's worse over here. I don't know. Either way, I'll just keep this on the reservoir so you guys could see. So 3S batteries plugged in over here. There's a whole wiring harness, and I could turn it on. Just like this.
Just don't drink the liquid.
Yeah, no, it does not taste good.
Got a cool effect.
I assure you. Maybe I can.
Now, around the motor, you have a special harness around the motor so the
It's a
water
sleeve.
goes around it?
It's a water cooling jacket. So Castle makes a water cooling jacket. And it just goes on any 15 series motor, and it
Okay.
just slipped right on. So you could run that in a boat, but
Yeah, I was gonna say.
have it on a car. Yeah. So
Yeah, Max Paul did
And
a
what about
statement here, and I don't think it's right in the sense that he's saying liquid cooling question mark. That's wow exclamation, not even needed. Like, explain why you need liquid cooling, because I don't think he gets it.
well, okay, so
Heat
you
is
don't
your enemy in
no,
speedrun, that's for sure.
yeah, no, that's fine. Do you need it? No. Why do people need 800,000 horsepower real cars? You don't. When you could just get a Toyota Camry and go to the same place. I wanted to do this because it's cool and it's different. There's no instructions. It massaged my brain wrinkles to build, build another dual motor limitless, build another super fast car. That's been done a million times. But in all reality, it's just a different flavor of build,
Yeah.
and it's cool. Do you need to do it? No. But does it actually help? I would say it does, but with the amount of work and time and effort that you need to put into it, I'm gonna be straight up. It's not gonna like change your world, but it's cool.
Forget, James
It is.
It is certainly cool.
James McCoy just beat his record. It's 226 now. It's the top speed.
Well, I'll tell you, with speed runs, I have no pull towards speed runs regarding desire anymore. If you don't have a road, you're only going to be overusing a car. Let's say you build a car for like this amount of road and your road's only this much, you're going to hurt something, blow it up, something's going to happen. You need to build a road. The road needs to be as good as the car that you built, and if you have a runway, the sky's the limit. And so that's the thing, he does a great job. He's been doing it for a long time and he deserves it. 226, that's a great number. I mean, of course, anything. Huh?
Sorry, it's faster than any one-to-one, most one-to-ones.
Well, yeah, I would say so. That I would say so.
But having a liquid cool motor or car the way you've got it set up, yeah, like you said, it's probably not worth it unless, like Max Paul says, you're running it for 24 hours and you want to keep your motor cool. But it is cool. It is neat. And when you see this on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or anywhere else, it's a showstopper, which means people are going to look at it. People are going to go, wow, this is cool, even though not really needed, but it is cool, especially the way you're doing it with the water cool or the water that is blue and it has that effect. It's really interesting what you've done.
It's a conversation
I appreciate that. Thank you. And
and that's the whole thing. I mean,
as I said, it's something
showing it
different.
We're right.
Is it the light
And
better
we're all
here? No, it's
asking
not.
you questions because it's interesting.
Yeah. No, I believe me, I completely get that.
By us asking you the questions, it's like that's kind of mind blowing to see somebody do it.
No,
I
appreciate
work correctly.
Was it was it kind of a pain in the butt to initially prime that whole system?
Oh my God. Do you remember when I said the stuff tastes horrible? Yeah. I'm dead serious. So it got to a point where I was sucking out of the reservoir with a straw because it's concaved in for some stupid reason. So I can't get everything out when I was cleaning it. So keep in mind, this car was built 2 years ago. I built it 2 years ago. I was actually just waiting for a good time to launch it, in which right after I moved, money was kind of tight. I knew that this was going to do well. So I purposely held off for, a just in case kind of thing, in which now was the time. I just moved and money's tight. And yeah, so I kind of planned it strategically, I guess.
It's over here.
Yelling at his kids.
No, Matt is talking to his cat or his dog, one or the other.
My boy, sorry.
Oh, your boy?
Hey,
yes.
Hey, Mitch.
Trying to figure out where the hell the remote went.
You got it right, Kurt.
Well, that's the last place you put it,
Mitch.
kid.
Mitch.
Sorry about that.
Mitch. What do you think of James? What do you think of James McCoy hitting 226?
Very cool.
Oh, there's Mitch.
He's beating world records. He's a world. He could be considered.
How much money? How much?
Yeah.
How much money do you think he spent on his car to do 226?
You got to take into consideration all the things that gets handed to him first.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
he gets a lot of that stuff.
He's most likely not building the entire car himself.
But if you were to build one, how much would it cost you? Because he had to start somewhere. He had to start with nothing, and then people started giving him stuff. I understand that. But what is that car really worth? If I were to turn around and buy everything for that car, what would that cost me?
So that chassis, I believe he was running a perfect pass chassis, maybe.
Yeah.
I think it was. So the chassis $300, 2 ESCs. They're the new ones. They're $350 a piece. That's
couple grand easy.
Motors are probably depending on which ones it's using, probably around $200 a piece. We use 2 of them, so it's 400. Radio, ESC, and batteries. So batteries, they could be up in two range, depending on what kind of deal he gets. They're his batteries, so I mean, I would assume
And
that,
tires.
Tires are
Tires are the
$40
cheap part.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he
Yeah,
also has the perfect pass parts on it, which I think the control arm set is like $130, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
But like you guys are saying the tires are the cheap part, like $40 for the tires. Really? For a tire that can go over 200 miles an hour, it's only $40 for a set of tires?
For a set of
For,
two.
for two.
For
Yeah.
two.
So $80 in tires.
$80
So
for
what
a
are
whole-
those
for a whole
tires
set.
rated for?
100
It's not
miles an hour.
specified.
They're not rated for that, but
They're rated for
people do
100.
it.
They're rated for RPM.
They're rated for about 100. That's what the company would tell you.
Okay.
But we all know that they can go more than that. It's like a GRP. A GRP isn't supposed to go over like 70 mile an hour, I think it is, or something like that. 80 mile an hour or something.
And
But-
that's why, in theory, if you do a speed run, you really got to look at your tire or change it after you've done your speed run, because it probably got damaged.
Or just keep going on 3 wheels.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, not yeah.
Glue.
Yeah,
I need
it's-
glue.
The biggest downfall right now to speed running, that is the Achilles heel. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not that we don't have enough power. It's not that we don't have efficiency or power. It's literally we have maxed out the tires. I mean, it is the downfall to everything right now. I mean, that's in my opinion. We have the technology, the batteries, the power, the horsepower, the aerodynamics. We have all that. But the guarantee that car is going to come back on the same set of tires, that's not always going to happen. And we figured out ways of getting around that, but it's still, there's no definite. I mean, there's a reason why salt flat, cars, the world land speed record cars run the rims, wheels that you should say, run the wheels that they do. And if you take per scale where we are per scale, and you take actual, salt flat, Bonneville salt flat numbers, we're in the same boat, just on a different scale.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is we don't have the technology in the tires, in the rims. So, I mean, that's my opinion.
I would like to see him bring it to the salt flat, and have Guinness Book of World Records there to verify its speed.
You couldn't do it on the salt flat. It's not flat enough for small tires.
Max Paul is asking, just curious, how would foam tires do for speedrun?
That's all we use. Foam.
Yeah, it's all foams.
That's what they use.
The GRPs are just for, like you said, 100, maybe 150 at the most. Then they start blowing up.
Yeah, I mean, if you make, depending on how well it is made, each selected one, normally what I've noticed with any rubber tire, you get 2 of them, and 1 out of that pack is going to be bad. So out of, 2 packs, you might get 2 good ones, 2 bad ones. And you could make, like in the past, I've made 2 151 mile an hour runs on GRPs. Well, the third one, all of a sudden the car takes off across the road. Why? The belt snapped in one of the tires. So it's like, do you blame that on the tire? No. You're pushing that way beyond, you got to figure heat, the temperature of the road, all that's taken into consideration when you're pushing something to that degree. But still to this day, I mean, there's no other tire out there other than a foam one that's going to do what we want it to do.
And how important is it to balance the tires?
I think it's a big help. I mean, foam tires, you usually don't have to, but as far as what I've done with rubber tires, even Hoons, I mean, Hoons, stock Hoons, what was it, 153, 154 or something? I've been on stock Hoons, and I balance them. I mean, I wouldn't go out there without balancing because, me, it's a plastic rim and it's a rubber tire. So you have a heavy spot to it. It's just going to distort and throw that heavy spot, and that's your breaking point. That's where that rim is going to come unglued, or that tire is going to separate, or that belt's going to break there. So that you balance it, and then what do? You even out that weight so it's going down the road evenly instead of cattywampus.
Me and Kurt aren't wusses. We just send it.
Right. Don't be scared.
You will be scared when there's a car flying at you at 150, the right tire blows out, and it's looking right at you. Nothing on
I
this
flipped one
planet
at
will stop
130,
that
so
thing.
it's not like I don't know what you're saying. There's a limitless back there.
I would like to see him put in the Guinness Book of World Records when they come out with the books, whenever they renew the records. I don't know if they do it every year. I don't know how often they do it. He should be in there.
I think they have to use some kind of speed recording device from Guinness. But if he could do the same thing again, that's good. And then if he can have his own GPS on it to double confirm,
Yeah.
Yeah, technically for Guinness, he's got to run it one direction, turn it around, run it the opposite direction, and then it's based off of an average to get it. Could he do it? Yeah, I think he could. But, I mean, at this point, I don't think we're nowhere near where we're going to stop. I mean, the man just hit 226, and it looked like it was a walk in the park. So, what's coming next? Back in the day, 200 was a record because it was hard to do in that day in that time period. 200 is the new 100. If you look back in history, you look back in time, and you look back at the original speed runners trying to get to 100 miles an hour. That's like us trying to get to 200 now.
Yeah.
So it's like the times are fitting with the speeds that we're going, and unfortunately, like I said, the weakest link is the tire.
I find it funny that he went up two more mile an hour.
Why is that funny?
Why?
Because it seems to be going up in 2 mile an hour increments. It seems to be that's how you have
Now,
to
if
go
he
up.
can back his pass up again, that's when you.
Yes, that's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest thing. He's got to do it a couple times.
Yeah, which I mean, undoubtedly, I don't doubt that he could.
No, he's done it. He's
Yeah. But it's definitely pretty cool. I mean, especially the new ESC that they have and all that. I mean, it's almost.
It's that new one, that Cobra 5 or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's just ignorant power is what it is, basically what it comes down to.
Ignorant power. It has like almost no limit for motor, huh?
But with the current XLX2, 99% of people who have them don't even use 100% of that ESC, including myself, easily including myself. I don't even get into the upper 95 percentile of that ESC. So this ESC where it's unrestricted, it's people are going to get it thinking, oh, it's going to make them faster. No, if you're not already doing 2 and change, why do you need a better ESC when they're already doing it with 2 and change?
Yep.
And here's the thing, sell water to an ocean. You can sell water to an ocean.
Right.
I know. Listen, I've done this stuff for a long time. You can sell water to an ocean.
I think think you and Mitch need to do some speed runs together like he did with K-Back.
I would love to, but I need a road. I have a dual motor car that I intended to hit 200 with years ago that I can't even run because I don't have the road.
I downloaded the
why run?
manual.
Join the club.
I downloaded the manual for that rail car, for the sand car, and required equipment, they do not supply the 4 AA batteries.
Oh my God. All customers.
For $1,300, they should give you 2 4S batteries, a charger, and the 4S batteries.
And a
You
Diet
do
Coke,
get
goddamn.
this
And
optional
somebody to
gear.
drive it for you or to work on it for you.
You get optional gear.
Yeah, right. $1,300. Jesus Christmas.
It's how much is it, Tank, where you live?
1,900
Oh.
Canadian. That's what the local store says he'll be selling it at. He did the math and the exchange rate and brokerage and all that. But this is really cool. Steering underneath the chassis for this. So it's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
I wish they just made rollers. Drop the
this
price
is
to
interesting.
$500-$600.
Right.
So these two things are actually fans to cool the motor down a little bit.
Heat sinks and fans.
Yep.
Because their ESCs suck anyways. So.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, their controllers suck.
Traxxas ESCs always blow up, burn up.
Hence the roller idea.
Yeah, their motors, okay, not too bad.
Their controllers, you can get 30, about 28 feet with them.
That's the only thing that Kurt would keep was the motor.
Plastic end bell. That's all I'm saying. Plastic end bell on a metal motor. That's like making a real engine out of plastic components, expecting, oh, thermal expansion's not a thing.
Hey, BMW does it all the time.
When I was at the hobby shop, I had to replace so many of those motors.
Oh, yeah.
And the ESCs sometimes just
yeah, the ESCs just stop for no reason.
There's no rhyme or reason.
And then Traxxas wants to charge you, won't give you a warranty because the warranty's up or, in like 2 days. So
listen, if they're like, we're gonna do a one-time courtesy, even after you spent $1,500 on this 2-wheel drive car, we'll be nice to you this time. Oh my God. I would say, honestly, just take the car back. Take it back. $200 ESC, $250 ESC that performs less than a Mamba Monster X 6S. If you would have run 6S, of course, but oh my goodness. They're just $250 and get an XLX. Jesus. Never have an issue with the setup.
And that's 8S.
Yeah. I mean, you could do a very efficient 6S setup. You could run 2 6Ss or just 8S,
I heard you guys talking about that before I got on. And I mean, how large is this? What scale is this car?
Fifth.
Very.
It's a what?
5th scale.
Yeah,
it's a 5th scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably 8S is going to be best.
Yeah.
Is it heavier than the X-Max? You said 30-something pounds, right? I think the X-Max is like 20.
No, it can't be 30 pounds.
No, it's 32 inches long.
Here. Let me find out.
Oh, inches. Okay. Okay.
No, it looks lighter than the X-Max because it doesn't have front-wheel drive and all that. So
yeah.
Well, it's got a crap ton of gears in the back, and them gears are an inch and a half wide.
Not going to be jumping the thing, though. So it's not built to...
Well, no, I'm just saying in general with that 9 pounds of metal in the back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's so long, so it keeps the front down.
Just to change the subject a little bit. Innovation. Mitch goes to K-Bash. He's in St. Louis, and that's where that road is where you can run speed.
How far is it?
It's in St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Yeah, it's a ways.
Wait.
The hop, skip, and a jump for you, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not. It's almost the same distance for almost the same distance as Mitch's and Florida, the part of Florida that you guys are at. Almost the same distance.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah.
it's about
So
17 hours.
as I said, I'm not doing crazy speed runs
What's that,
anymore.
22 pounds?
22 pounds, yeah. 22
Okay, yeah,
0.06.
20 pounds seems accurate.
So it's heavier than the X Max. I thought the X Max was 19.
Not sure.
I would think the X Max would be heavier than that, but maybe
I
not.
think the X Max is 30.
Oh, it is? Because I
I
was
would
told it
think
was
it is.
19 when it came out.
You might be thinking the max.
The Max is
is
fast and
about-
it's heavy as hell
lighter.
too.
The
That's
Max
about
is
8 to
heavy.
10. Yeah.
The Max is probably 20 pounds.
So should I look at the X Max Ultimate or X Max Belted?
Just the regular one. The
Great
ultimate's
Well, you
the,
guys
the
have a good
ultimate's
night.
got all
I'm gonna
the ultimate's got all the metal knuckles and all that.
Night,
all
What
the,
did you say? Bye, Matt.
See you, Matt.
All right,
Matt.
4
Later,
a.m.
Matt.
was quick. Later.
Later.
That's what she said.
New Traxxas is 1/7 scale. I think it's bigger than that. But
It's
I
a
mean,
fifth scale. isn't
scale
it?
wise, depending on the car, I guess. Because Traxxas doesn't put a scale on their cars, so.
They said Traxxas helped them form the 1-to-1. They gave him some money to help build.
Okay, I got the specs for the X Max. Who has a guess how much it weighs?
28 pounds.
21. 9 plus 10 is 21. I'm going with
We
21.
had 20,
27.
22
we had
6.
22
22 for this one. Now people said the X Max is heavier. 19 pounds.
I
Oh,
was
wow.
right. It's
Wow.
lighter.
I can't believe it's lighter.
Damn it, Kurt. I thought you were one off, so I went light.
They must have the metal, the thickness and the weight of the metal gears in that one's got to have something to do with it.
Maybe.
They
Joe
changed
versus
the diameter
RC,
of
what's
the ball.
up?
Hey, Joe.
Not
So,
listening
Joe.
to you again anymore.
Hey, Joe versus RC, how you doing?
Joe.
Hey, maybe Christmas time that car will go for 1,000 instead.
Oh my God.
Traxxas?
You-
No,
For
Traxxas never
Christmas.
go on
Regular
sale.
Christmas
price?
deals. Christmas deals.
Traxxas.
Well, I say that Traxxas never go on sale. They did go on sale for the Fortec.
It was all their crap cars that went
Yeah.
on sale.
All the
Yes.
things that wasn't selling.
Yes, they're
they put
Fortex that nobody wanted no more,
They're
except for a couple
drifter.
Fortex people.
That's
Yeah,
one
like
thing I
Keith.
love about Traxxas. If it's any car that you actually want, all right, we're doing a big holiday sale. You're gonna buy the car for the same price, except you're getting a charger for free.
Yeah.
A 1-cell charger, a 3-cell
it's a
charger that won't even charge the
Yeah.
batteries you have to put in
A
it.
$20 charger, a USB thing,
yeah.
a USB.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Oh my God, man!
Traxxas,
No,
yeah.
we'll give you the charger that needs a cigarette lighter that you got to buy the adapter for the cigarette lighter to even fit this charger into.
So it'll fit your house.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
they don't
At
make
the end of
cigarette
the
lighters
day, I'm
anymore.
going like this with the. I mean, not that I have those things,
So you
but
can
I
drain
remember
your
at the
dad's
shop.
car.
Ridiculous.
So earlier, Innovation, you were saying that you have a customer's car, so you actually do customers work for people?
Yeah. So when I left the shop, actually, there were a couple people that still wanted me to do work for them because they liked the way I, do work. And I was like, all right, I'll do work. I've never advertised it really. It's
Okay.
just word of mouth, and people know that that I do, good high-end builds. And if they're serious about a build, and if they don't know how to do it, they could, reach me. So I have one full carbon limitless. I have two full carbon dual motor cars in the box over there. There's a Mojave that I have to put one of these things.
4S Mojave.
Oh, FPV.
But this
Oh
thing,
yeah, FPV.
yeah. So I might use this in a video, but all these guys are cool and they just want good work. They don't want to be like honestly jerked around with other stuff. And I tell them I don't want to upsell you. I want to give you what you want, but I'm gonna for the most part tell you what you may need, but I just want to get you right. And plus I love building things. So,
But you don't like painting.
hence the liquid cooled car. So
Well, I've been working on this crane for a little bit.
oh, is it the 3D printed one?
Yeah. Do you know how long this thing is? Can you guess how long that thing is?
Very.
Wow.
Yes. Is
That's
that the
what
right
she
answer?
It's all the
said.
way over there.
Hey, Innovations, did you get your Stinger back?
My
She
who?
said it was
Your
very
your
long.
Stinger, did you get it back?
Oh yes. Yes, I did. I forgot the last time I was on. It was oh my God. Yes.
Wow, that
I
is
drove it all
very
the way up
long,
there.
Tank.
Hope it works
Wow.
all right still.
Yeah, everything works. Thanks for asking. My
That
heart
is
broke
very
with that.
long, Tank.
Look how
Yeah.
long this thing is.
She was right that time.
Is that like 6 feet, 7 feet, if I recall?
My arms like this, I'm 6 foot. From finger to finger, it's 6 feet. And it keeps going.
Finger
Oh,
to finger.
that's
This is
crazy.
8 foot 1.5 inch.
That wouldn't even fit in the doorway yeah, that's
It's like
crazy.
abominable snowman long.
And then the boom is what, 11 feet, you said, Frank?
And I have the rear section. This goes on the other side at the rear. And
That's
this
the
is
rear
all like
section.
scaled. That's the rear part, and this is the front part, and I got a center part that goes on there.
That
So
crane's
it's
got a
going to
big
be
butt.
Yeah, that's
over
cool.
11
Don't drop
long.
it.
11
Please don't drop it.
It's 11 feet long.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the top part, the boom.
It's
Is
taller
the
than
guy
my
that's gonna
building.
buy it? Is the guy gonna? I forgot who it was the kid or the person.
No, he's not a kid.
Sean.
Sean, our
Yeah,
Irish.
Sean.
He's a leprechaun.
Yeah.
He's
That's
Irish.
I just don't remember. But
Sean's RC Construction.
He'll be climbing all over that.
He's a short guy also, so I don't know how he's going to put that on top of the tower. That's up to his.
I don't even know
He'll
if
have
he's
to
going to
get
need a
the
12-step ladder.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. But I also do work for other people, but I kind of put everything on standby until I
yeah,
finish printing this crane.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Box.
I don't blame you at all.
This is the thing that goes up and down. So I got to put the pulleys on here.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's the harness that actually holds
Did you
that
have
cradle
something wrong
that
with the
goes forward and
cables,
back.
Tank?
Hey?
Did you have something wrong with the wires or the cables the other day?
Eric,
No.
Okay.
you're not doing the concrete part of it too, right? The weights.
No,
He is.
I am going to print the forms, but not the concrete weights. I'm not going to do them.
No, you
Yeah.
said that something chewed up on WhatsApp. You had some kind of the gears chewed up or something.
No.
No? Hmm.
It's probably I was talking about maybe my the 3D printer screws up sometime, like you can see the front here a little bit where it looks like it chewed up. It's just it didn't stick onto the plate.
KB could have sworn he said there was some kind of you had a gear and it was all chewed up.
No, because I didn't turn on anything to actually make it work for gears, so nothing can get chewed up for that.
I heard some people use like Elmer's glue, like a glue stick or whatever that you put
Yeah.
on the plate, the adhesion plate. Does that really
Yeah.
work?
It does work. One thing when you work with PETG leaves a film, like because the material, so you got to wash your plate more often. If you
Okay.
wash your plate, you shouldn't need glue. Now, everybody does it differently. If you use PLA, then you
Yeah.
don't have to wash your plate as often. But as soon
I
as
just
you
use
use
PLA.
ABS or PETG, or even use PETG and then try to use PLA on top of that, you're going to have sticking issues.
This is the year I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to master the 3D printing. I tried
Oh yeah.
printing out like a little compound bow, and 21 hours down the drain.
Well,
It
you
discouraged me.
Oh, did you
got a
buy
lot
a
of
3D printer?
A what?
Did you buy a printer?
Yeah, I mean, I've had one. I just haven't
Okay,
used it in maybe a couple months, like
cool.
since right before I started moving and whatnot. But
hey,
yeah,
you've
it's
got a
still
lot of
like,
guys here who do it. Got a lot of
Joe,
yeah.
information here.
Joe versus RC has a question for you. He says, Innovation, do you do your speed runs on Long Island?
No, I'm in Florida, way, 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 way away, way away.
He's with the Gators now. He
Yeah.
wasn't there before, but now he's there.
Now
Wow.
he has to worry about getting his car eaten by a gator.
That's if you could catch it.
That's true.
They just sit there and
Hey, just watch the tide.
I mean, it is pretty nice up here. I really like how it's like it's a whole rat race down south in South Florida, but up
Okay.
here it's like everyone's calmer, everyone's more collected. People, a door was held open for me. I was like, oh, what is the occasion? Everyone that like there's always a stick up someone's butt, and everyone's mean.
Where in
Wait, did you
Florida
say
are
you
you
were
now?
from Jersey?
Tallahassee, so I'm
you're in
about
Jersey.
500 miles north of where I was before.
You're getting some of the Georgia state of mind coming where you live.
Correct. Yeah.
The southern
There's a lot
river
of
state of mind.
yeah. And I just appreciate it. You know, it's after growing up and for so long, like someone actually held the door open for me. I'm like, I actually acknowledge that. I'm like, wait a minute, thank you.
You actually get that in Ohio here sometimes.
Yeah.
You always hold the door open for everybody.
We
Well,
do it all
of
the
course it's
time
not
here
it's
in
not everyone.
Canada. In Canada, we do it all the time. We're
Oh,
nice
that's
here.
good.
Hell, sometimes I open the door for 3 or 4 people.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
He
That's
lives in Texas.
insane.
He lives in Texas.
What I find weird is people are followers, or you get to a store where there's 8 doors. One person opens a door. People follow that person. Even though there's eight
Yeah.
doors there, people can
That's
open.
right.
And all of a sudden you see a lineup of people trying to go through that door. I just go beside, I open my own door. Like, why are you following that door that's open? There's 8 other doors you can open yourself. Like, it's crazy.
They just
Gotta
stand there and
love
say, come on in.
We're just a bunch of lemmings.
it's
That's
kind of
funny.
like I was driving my car and then I was trying to pull into a parking spot, and of course these two schmucks were in front of me. No big deal, right? But I didn't honk or anything, but I guess they heard that I was, I was trying to pull into the parking spot and they're walking across. When they turned around and saw me, they walked slower.
Oh yeah.
They walked slower. I was pedal to the friggin' metal. Like why did they do that? Like, oh,
Yeah.
my apologies. Let me get out of the way. I rant over.
Gas ain't cheap, man.
Yeah, they had me waiting for another 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It says it's you were in New Jersey because you said you stick up their butts.
Trail
The gas
Crawler
has gone
says
down
they're
a little bit, which is kind of good. I'm happy about it.
Trail Crawler says they aren't followers, they're just lazy. True.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. It's easier to know that there's a guarantee through the door rather than trying to use your
Open it
brain to
yourself.
figure out, hey, there's another opening.
I've told that to my boss and a lot of coworkers. People in general are lazy and they'll find the easy way to get something done.
The least resistance, Frank, as they call it.
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
tell you off something offline, guys. Show you how
Okay,
lazy people
you
are.
can. Oh, looks like Josh has finished rebuilding his truck.
His beat up looking FJ.
Yeah, got parts in.
Oh, looks
Got it
good so
all.
far now.
There, we'll spotlight you. You can show it. You got to send it to the body shop.
Yeah, that's the way he wants it to look.
Yeah, send it to Duckman Body Shop. He'll fix it for you, Josh.
And he 3D printed the battery for it so he doesn't have to take the body off, which is a friggin' pain.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Put some magnets in there and
And it's a three
pieced it
passenger.
back together.
It's a three
Are
passenger
you,
FJ.
Sure.
Josh, you gonna put any roll bars going down the back or just gonna leave it like that?
I'll probably just leave it like this for now.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of has a roll bar around the seats.
Yeah, it used to go all the way back, but the guy cut him off.
Yeah.
Cool. Now you got a new truck that looks old.
Even the rims look beat up.
Yep. They're all painted with dirt and rust.
Max
It looks like
Paulson.
it was about to get a new paint job, but it just decided to stop. That's what it kind of looks like.
It's a patina look. Max Paul says, "Work smarter, not harder." LOL.
Always.
Patina. John Cena, patina.
Mitch Joe versus RC says he's going to get the DR10 out this Sunday.
Nice.
See me.
Good deal. Yeah, I gotta get to I gotta check my email.
Hey, Mitchell, bring that light out again. Bring that light out.
Yeah.
See innovation? That's what you need. A light like that.
Oh my God, that's brighter than my future. Check that out. Hang on.
There you go. You can get that on
Yeah,
Amazon. It's just a
I
light
need.
on an articulating arm.
I was
Then
actually
why not
looking
you
for a
wear
light
shades?
today.
It's got a high kV rotor,
A high
so
kV
it's a
motor.
lot of power. Sometimes it likes to get away from you, but it really does lock it in place when you want it to. That's pretty good, huh?
I got a high kV motor for you. Yibba jibba.
That looks like a for a 110 scale.
That's just a small can. I know you got bigger cans than that.
I got like 12
I
more
like big
underneath
cans.
me. It's too heavy of a box to lift.
Yeah.
That was a 10th scale motor, wasn't it?
No, I think it's like 29. This is a 29 series, so this goes in like an Armagram.
Oh, okay.
Wear shades.
So it's around 380, 390 size.
Yeah. No, 29. It's a 29 series.
No, I'm just saying equivalent to a
Oh,
equivalent to a
380.
390 brush.
Yes.
Yeah.
380 size. Yeah. Thinking brush motors
Brad has to
540,
put it almost
550.
my
Yeah.
size.
I'm gonna be about Tamiya size.
I bet you it's fast for a smaller car.
Tamiya fast.
What's the KV on it?
So Mitchell, what's your next run going to be with?
5750.
Oh, it's a fast little motor.
And it's quick.
Wait, like the next one I'm planning on running?
Yeah.
I have two cars that I'm running right now. I've been running my short wheelbase, and that made a good run today. I was happy about. I went 152 today, but yeah, I got to get back out with the 22S, the low suit. I got to make another number for that. So that is definitely next on the list for sure.
What are you at right now with the 22? Yes.
89.
89?
Yeah.
Better be careful. I heard that KBRC is going to get out and start doing runs.
Yeah, I gotta watch that guy. He's gonna be tough competition. I know that much.
Hey,
Hey, I heard it
hey,
through the
hey,
grapevine. You almost got a dress today.
3 mile an
hey,
hour.
hey, Mitch, are you going to St. Louis this year?
I plan on it. I hope so.
What, the end of summer? Isn't that the way you did it last year?
I'm not sure. It's kind of when it all works out and all the stars in the galaxy align and we make it happen.
So it could be sooner or later during the year.
Yep, could be anytime. Last year was a shotgun, and this year will probably be the same. All depends. But
Cool. And Innovation RC, what's your next project or next thing you're going to be showing or doing?
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yeah. That's a good question, actually.
Now,
Oh,
did you
sorry.
finish with the spoiler in the rear that's adjustable? Did you push that to the limit of what you wanted to do?
Oh, I mean that's on Shockwave. But I really don't have a road to really run them on.
Okay.
So yeah, I've ran them a couple of years ago. The next thing that I am gonna do, I'm gonna bring the Hydro, this car. They're having like a little RC event, like a drag race event. Here local here in Tallahassee. So I'm gonna, show my face and meet some guys and I just want to have fun. They have like a 4S run what you bring. So hopefully I can run this. It's just a touring car, really.
Yeah.
Just on 4S, and I just want to make it to the end, not crash it, enjoy myself, run some guys, and
Now, what chassis are you running that Hydro on?
It's a Ironman RC. Oh my God, this light is horrible. Never mind. It's an Ironman.
It looks sort of like a chassis.
Ironman RC chassis. So
looks like something Mitch has.
I mean, probably. It looks like a scorched chassis. The quality is really nice, but it's Ironman RC, and Ironman RC. I mean, it's Island Hobby Nut, and they do make some good stuff. They do.
Don't think I ever heard of Iron Man RC.
So Ironman RC is like I guess he's a partner, or I think it just is Island Hobby Nut. They're together.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. So I guess it could just be like a brand. I don't know. Ironman RC is. Oh my God, Island Hobby Nut. Sorry, it's late.
But that looked like a wide body. Well, a big size
GT,
enough.
yeah.
What kind of body goes on there?
Oh, this one. It's the stock body. It's the it's hard to see because it's kind of clear, but it's the GTR.
Okay.
So it's the R35 Nissan GTR.
Yeah, it looks like a GTR.
All your bodies are clear?
No, not all of them. Just I mean, I wasn't even sure what to paint Hydro, but considering that it looks cool, I just didn't paint it, and it just
you want to see all the hoses and things like that, yeah.
Once it's on, you can kind of see the body better.
That's actually a pretty big body.
Pretty big car. What scale is that?
It's what's it called? It's 8 scale long wheelbase, so it's like 1.7.5 scale.
Okay.
What is up with this light? The light's not lighting. But there you go.
We can see it pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, no, I wasn't sure. I get it could just be on my phone that it's not, exposuring properly.
He needs to get an interrogation.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Flip
I
your
need to get a
phone
much better
sideways
light.
so we can see it landscape instead of portrait.
Oh.
That better.
Come on, Kurt.
You got twin turbos on it.
Tell him.
Yep. There we go.
People are going to go ooh and ah about the cooling system.
Yeah. I know I am.
It's cool. I appreciate it.
Also adds a little color.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So if I painted it, you just wouldn't be able to, really see it at all.
no, I think it's a good idea leaving it clear like you've done,
Yeah. The only
especially for
other
that one.
car that isn't painted is my dual motor car, but that's because I haven't even gotten to paint it because I didn't even run it. I only ran it once,
Like
and
it's like
they started tarring the road, and I wasn't going to put that car on the road where there's tar patches, and I hit one tar patch.
Oh yeah,
Car's gone.
I
it
guess.
it, it, it looks like Wonder Woman's invisible jet in a car.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna have to look around now and find a good spot for speed runs.
I'm sure there's
Yeah,
some in Florida somewhere.
yeah. So I was actually at the hobby shop, and me and another guy there. He's really nice. We went out exploring, I guess. I forgot what the road is called, but down in South Florida where they do like the midnight races, like with the real cars, it's kind of like 27. It's out in the middle of nowhere. I found a place kind of like that.
Okay.
Um, and it stretches for at least 2 miles one way. The only thing is that the asphalt appears to be kind of rough.
Okay.
And when you're putting, power down, you need traction. You got to be careful because if it's that rough, you could chunk a tire. I mean, rubber tires don't like an extremely gritty, especially at higher RPM, asphalt. So I'm probably gonna have to run a harder compound of foam on foam tires if I'm going to do any kind of real speed stuff. Um, I'm just going to feel it out. I'll just do a couple 110, 120 mile an hour runs. I'll see how I feel. If I feel good, I'll turn it up a little. Maybe I'll bring a Spartan out. I'm not touching Vision, which is ×2 of Spartan. Um, that's one car I kind of regret building. Like I love it, but it's so much car just to not use.
I if you could just find a local
Airport.
small airport to run it on.
Yeah.
Let me just ask
Yeah,
them to
local.
close off their whole airport for the day.
Yeah, we
That's
all
it.
don't. We aren't
Well,
all don't. We don't get that lucky, Brad.
They're
RC
gonna,
Sailors is able to use a runway.
yeah, they're gonna be like, sure, run your toys on that damn place. Sure, no. I mean, I wouldn't
Anything can
mind
be
if we
done.
had the whole day, and let's say there was, let's say, a team of, let's say, 10 people. We all pitch in $100,
Yeah.
$200 each. Let's say there's 10, they're getting $2,000. Just to run it
That's
for 3 or 5 hours, I would probably bring every car, every battery. I would make as much use as possible.
I would hope to go for 6 hours at very minimum because that's a lot
Yeah,
of work just to
yeah,
bring all that stuff.
yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Anything can be done as long as you throw money at it. People will let you do things as long as it's worth it for them to actually do.
yeah, exactly.
You could actually
Maybe
start.
a slow airport where they don't have
Yeah.
arrivals and departures every 10 minutes. Maybe they have one or two a day and they could schedule around it. I could talk to them ahead of time. I
Come
mean,
over.
it
Yeah.
would
So
definitely have to be something to plan.
is a drag strip too rough or?
Um, well, I mean, the beginning of the drag strip where there's rubber and tire and all that stuff, you're going to have a difference in traction
Yeah.
between
Mm,
one side of the track and the other side of the track. And there could also be pieces, car parts and stuff. Um, but what's different from a real road? I
Yeah,
don't
but
know. I
most of
mean, I've
those
been to a
tracks are
drag
not long
track.
enough anyways for speed run.
Quarter
Quarter mile?
mile.
Yeah, actually, it's not long enough unless they do half mile, which could be little bit better. I've ran at most quarter mile one way, quarter mile the other way, and
Yeah.
I stood smack in the middle. Um, and how I measured that being in the middle of the road, I drove as far as I could one way with the GPS, brought it back, and then I divided the distance by two, and it was like 680,
Uh,
six hundred eighty feet or so. So about
maybe maybe you could get to do a thing for speed run
thirteen
guys.
twenty.
1320 is a quarter mile.
It-
Yeah.
you get some
660.
you could have a get together once a year during what time of year and put it out there that you'd like to start something for speed run guys.
Yeah.
They all come from all over the place.
That would, I mean, I mean, that would be cool to do. That would be certainly be cool, but I would have to see. Right now I only know 2 people, and
You
I
know,
just
Mitch.
befriended them. You know.
You know,
So,
Mitch.
yeah.
Get a hold of James McCoy somehow.
Well,
if you
why is he
if
going to
you
come down here?
He lives
if
in
you
Georgia.
Oh, no,
create
me go up there. You mean?
if you create an event and organize an event, I'm sure people are going to drive down or drive up or drive to a certain event because there's not a lot of places, but you do have to have a good spot
Oh yeah,
to get this done.
yeah. I feel one
Yes,
of
the
the
first
biggest.
event you're going to do is not going to have a lot of people. But let me tell you, the second event and third event, you're going to start seeing more and more people.
Yeah.
But it has to
Word
be
of mouth.
organized.
Yep. The biggest thing is considering a road. Biggest thing is the road.
I'm sure Mitch would try to get down there and K-Bash and James McCoy and you could get together. He lives in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
he's in the next state above you. So
Well, that's cool. Where's my phone?
something you should talk about. Get a bunch of guys you know who do speed runs and talk to them all about it.
It's just
I
like
would
me.
like to knock the dust off Vision.
I organize some
Way too
on-road
long.
racing, and every year I get new people coming. I always get new
Yeah.
people and people coming back, and it's just organize something and people show up.
Frank does on-road racing and crawling events.
Yeah.
And hill climbing ones. Are you going to do another hill climb this year?
It would be fun. People really enjoy the hill climb. It was different. I just got to find another spot that was just as good as this one.
Well, Ontario is big. You're lucky.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, Ontario has a lot of wilderness.
Oh yeah. Island Hobby Nut is in New York. I don't think I know that hobby store.
Hobby shop.
Yeah, it's a shop. They do, I mean, they do good stuff.
Oh
They
yeah.
do good stuff.
Hey, Josh Radioactive wrote something to you.
Oh yeah, John wanted to show that car also.
Oh yes, we got to talk about the new sprint car from Lowe's.
Josh got the Wi-Fi connected to the Sequire ESC
Secure.
and got secure ESC and got into the Escape software. We need to talk about all the settings in there.
Yeah, it's
Good
all
night.
the AM32 settings.
Good night, Joe.
Night, Joe.
Oh yeah, all
Right.
that stuff you were
Hi,
explaining
Joe.
on the other night.
Yeah, I do like the red and black one the most. I think that's the color I like the most that they have out in those.
Tomorrow.
So John, how big is that compared to an on-road car?
Did you steal that, John?
No, I didn't. It's actually on loan for the night for tonight because I'm opening the shop up tomorrow morning. So,
And which hobby store are you working on so people know?
JT Hobbies in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Cool.
For reference,
All right, Dirk.
this
Yeah.
is a Fortec sitting right
Oh,
next
it's
to it.
tiny. That's what she said.
That's a that's a Vortec?
It's an old version 1.
Wow. It's only like a 10 scale then,
Yeah, it is 10 scale. Like I said, here's next to a regular slash chassis.
Well, Slash is big for what it is.
Yeah.
Are they saying that slider is is a 10 scale?
Yes.
That sprint car has a 10 scale.
It's based off of all of
Oh.
your associateds in
A sprint car is small. It's not
yes.
like the size of a full size car anyways. So
About the size of a
Okay.
Volkswagen.
yeah.
So kind of like an 8 scale buggy is like a 10 scale truck, so it's going to be scaled down slightly
Yes.
more.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Just like
sense.
they can have a 14 scale 14 scale chassis. They put a 10 scale body on it because it's a small vehicle.
Yeah.
They got the 10 scale.
There's inside there, they got a steering wheel. And as we were looking around at it, you see the headers there?
Yeah.
Behind the headers, they actually have a sticker of the rest of the motor.
That's cool. Big
The
old
back of
V8
it,
in there.
this right here, you push that down and you lift up, and the entire
That
body
comes out.
just pops right off.
Can you show the side of the body a little bit more? I just want to see something and back up a little bit. So in theory, that guy's got his leg in the motor, if you really think about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, in the transmission
Well,
housing area.
in the
There's-
1-to-1, you know what splits your legs? Your drive shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically breaking one of those.
Yeah,
it goes
drive
right
shaft
to
in
your
your
crotch.
tranny. Yeah, you're sitting.
Yeah.
Not
Cool.
covered
roll-
under Traxxas warranty.
Sitting on your tranny.
What is?
We'll do a courtesy replacement after spending $1,300, right?
Well, this is a low C, so it isn't a Traxxas.
It
Yeah,
is a
that
lot
one
less.
was-
Yeah, so they'll just probably send up the axle or whatever.
Yeah, they'll send you whatever you need.
Arma has a warranty
Horizon.
too that'll answer.
Horizon's warranty is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally. And so just take a look at on the front here how much of a offset.
They're like a 1 year
Yeah,
or
they
2
offset
year.
it,
I think
like,
they're a
to the
2
left.
year.
And you
That's
can make it a
cool.
wingless one too.
Yep.
So that's based off what, the 22 chassis?
Yeah.
Yep. 22S.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Wait. I would think it would be larger than that or longer.
It says the wheelbase. Let's see where is
Is it the same as the drag car? The
The
low
wheelbase
Z
is what? 11
22S
inches?
drag car?
No, I think it's shorter wheelbase than that.
That
the
makes
length
sense.
is 17 inches, 432 millimeters is the length of it.
Because
Yeah, the weight.
it's a completely different plate. It's actually offset
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
the side.
100%.
Hmm.
Like I said, there's
And the tires are very realistic too.
oh yeah.
They definitely went for scale realism for this vehicle. That's a first for low Z.
Yeah.
So it's
And it's
What's that,
based on a
Keith?
950 horsepower sprint car, right? Right, John?
now whatever 950,000 whatever they are now. Like I said, it just kind of one-handed. It's kind of tough, but
Yeah.
I guess all the companies now are doing their clipless thing. Now
oh,
Arma's
like I
got
said, it
their-
just slides. Just slide it right down and it's clicked in.
25 plus miles an hour.
That's pretty quick for that thing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
how much do they go for?
This model right here came with the battery, and it's $399.
Okay.
And
Wait, so you're
without the
telling me-
battery, that's going to be your green, your blue. They're both 350, 349.99.
Yeah, Keith, they have a green one.
Well, at least it's better than $1,300.
I
Yeah,
was
no
gonna
kidding.
say you could start a business with these things and buy 3 of them
Yeah, no
And you
kidding.
still
No,
make out
maybe a
better
little more. Maybe a little
than that.
more.
Yeah, you'll actually you could buy 3 of them and you're still saving probably 200, 300, no, 400 or 500 more dollars because the batteries are included, unlike the Traxxas. Not, and
And,
I'm not hating on the Traxxas, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
1,300. I'm gonna have dreams about that tonight.
and you
You're
can
gonna have
drive
nightmares
that
about it.
you can drive that low C in more places than you can the Sanrail.
Yeah, we had it on asphalt and dirt today.
Yep. Asphalt, dirt, grass, rocks.
Well, the rocks, it's a little, it's probably about an inch and a half clearance on the front head here, so you really can't get.
Well, not rocks, but I mean gravel on a gravel road.
Oh yeah, like light sand and a little bit of crushed
Yeah.
gravel.
Yep.
That's mostly going to spend its life on a clay track.
Yeah. Does it have a AVC, active vehicle?
Nope.
No. So you
No.
actually got to be a good driver to have it on a clay track then.
Yeah, it's like I said, I have
It's
video I can
rear wheel
grab
drive.
here.
Yeah.
Yep, rear wheel
Oh,
drive.
yeah. I'm surprised if they don't have AVC in it.
Uh-oh. Josh, are you preparing the computer to play with the secure software?
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to share your screen?
Not on this one. I might
Okay.
be able to turn it. I was just going to screenshot what my
How many
settings were.
seconds does it get around the track, John?
We didn't
Sorry,
have a
Brad, we went
we didn't have a transponder in it, so
So you're thinking maybe 5-6 miles, 5-6 seconds?
I can tell you right here, 1,001, 1,002, 1,000.
It's doing pretty well. What was
But
the track
that's
consistency?
that's an indoor flat track.
Joe ran it out in the grass, and it looked pretty awesome in the grass too.
Hmm.
Real
I
thin
just like. I
grass.
think the tires look really cool.
They'll
I was
run
just
it
considering
around.
if it's really what's it called? If it's really like slick or there's a lot of loose dirt. If the track is really loose, would the rear end want
Last
to
night,
kick
all you
out a
do is
lot?
just barely touch the throttle on it, and it lifts it right up in the front.
Oh, yeah.
But clay tracks are tacky, so you get a lot of traction on a
Looks like
clay
it
track.
handled well.
It does. It
Yeah,
even
it does
even
handle
even
well.
even outside in the driveway. We were outside.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Exocage was running his out there, man, and he was never rolled over.
Yeah, like I said, I'm looking at that pavement. That's pretty beat up right there, and we're just spinning it around like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
Cool.
I wonder how fast it'll go through tires.
Don't know. We'll find out. Like I
I
said,
think
they
they
come.
just made a good car, and that's good. Usually things that small rear wheel drive, they usually wipe out a lot. But if it's hooking and
Exactly.
booking like that, that's a good car. And I miss my dirt oval days, as I call it. I love the dirt ovals, so
I
that
did
would
dirt
be
oval
something
too.
I'll look into.
It's got your camber already built into the rear end.
You can see how it's offset where they put the gearbox.
No, you can see how the tires are pointed.
Oh yeah, I do see that, but I can see where the plank for the gearbox is.
That's a lot of offset, especially on the back. A
Well,
lot of toe in.
which way are you turning, Frank?
Yeah, I know.
Left.
So what do you expect? Oh, this side's going to be the heavy
Frank
side.
doesn't turn. He just all gas, all gas, no brake,
All gas
no,
and slide.
no the steering wheel out.
Send it. Turnings are for suckers.
Yeah.
I kind of want to look to see what this Lowe's sprint car thing is now.
Definitely a cool looking rig for sure.
Yeah.
I would like those tires to be put on just a buggy in the two-wheel drive buggy. Those would be good on a two-wheel drive buggy. Those tires.
You should just get the tires just to have them.
Well, of course you're gonna
I
need
think
them.
you just
Eventually, you
like
have to
the
replace
tires.
them.
No, just get only the tires. Screw the car. Just get the tires. Just stack them up and look at them.
I actually have some. Look, I do it too. Kinda. These are just spare.
You have spare parts?
I got a whole box of them stupid tires.
Just one? Just one box, Kurt?
Yeah, just one box.
But a big box.
Yeah, it's probably got 40 tires in it.
Nicole is back. That said, we're going to start saying our goodbyes since she's back. Stay on here and people can join in. Gems is going to play with that secure. So offline, we can talk about that and other things. So we'll start saying our goodbyes and we'll start with Innovation RCs. Just start saying your goodbye.
Later, Gators. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for jumping in here and showing off your cool
Yep.
stuff. John Martin.
Thanks. Thanks for having me, and catch you. Thanks for having me, and catch everybody on the next one.
Thank you very much. Mitchell.
Thank you, Tank, once again for the invite. Hanging out. It's always cool. Chat. Have a good one. Keep it fast. Crash something. Why not?
Cool. Kurtz.
Thanks for having me, Tank. Everybody have a great Friday and go out there and hit a curb. They're only parts.
Or a cupboard. Whatever makes it
Yeah,
faster.
or a trailer.
Or a
forklift.
trailer, yeah. Duckman.
Thanks, Tank. Appreciate it. See you guys next week.
Duckman sucks.
Yeah, you suck, Kurt.
Gems Hobby.
Thanks for having me, Tank. Everyone in the chat, thanks for showing up. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
Thank you. Brad Callen.
Thanks for having a little more exciting get together today. We were all talking over each other today.
Mostly
Yeah.
No, there was other people.
Brad got excited a little bit at the beginning.
And we were, and it wasn't even Tamiya.
It was hard to contain him. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for jumping in here with me on the live. Thanks for jumping in the chat. And we'll see you next time on RC Talk. Till then, go charge up some batteries. Go on there, break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun. Right, Brad?
Breaking things ruined my fun.
No. But just before you break it, you're having so much fun. And then you push it even more, and then you break it. But that's okay. You got a lot of other cars you can play with. And then you fix them. And that's half the fun. See you all later. Cheers.
Right to the limit.
Yeah.